What is good, Osiris here? Tim Pool, after show. I need your help. I really want Tim Pool to sit down with Joe Rogan and Elon Musk. They had the epic interview last time with Jack Dorsey, Vijaya Gade, and it just was a magical moment, over 8 million views on YouTube. And now we're at the same moment with ramifications of importance. It's a different moment, but as far as how important the moment is, we're still here. It's even more important now, I think, that Elon Musk is taking over Twitter. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of things going on. We might need to let Elon see the algorithm first, but they need to sit down together. So help me tweet at Elon, do whatever. I created this hashtag. It's basically hashtag Joe, Elon, and Tim, or hashtag Jet, whatever the case is. I'm not a good marketer. Whatever we need to do to get at Elon Musk about this, he should be able to reply. Tim knows Joe. Joe knows Elon. I hope they have chatted or something, indirectly at least. But here's a good reason why. Tim Pool, in my opinion, was off. Great segment. I'm a Tim Pool fan. I know when someone else's name comes out of people's mouths on the internet, you get more views and likes when it's beef. But this is not on some beef stuff. I just want to correct it's not a correction. It's just, I think Tim is off here based on what Elon Musk said in the past. Let me play the clip for you from today's show, Halloween show from Timcast.
I'm hearing some people say that it's like 10-to-1 managers to coders. We've also got news that Twitter may start charging $20 per month in order for you to be verified. Now, what that really means is the highest tier of Twitter Blue, their subscription service, will grant along with it verification. And the left is collectively losing its mind. Why? Well, many of these younger leftists who aren't verified don't care. But many of these woke Twitterati journalists are like, "You're going to take away my badge from me." Now, I think Elon may be making a mistake here. We'll see. There's a lot of net positives to charging money for verification. And the main issue is some people only want to interact with real people. You don't want to waste time with bots. That was Elon's big thing, right? If you, as a regular person, sign up for an account, pay $20 a month, you get your credit card information in there.
So what Tim's talking about here, Elon talked about this in the Twitter employee meeting. Right now, if you're doing a bot farm of 10,000 bots, like one or two, a certain amount of people can operate 10,000 bots. You don't have to pay any money. You just operate the bots and they act like normal people. And Elon's saying is we will prioritize comments from, and that's a debate to have for another day if that's squelching free speech or not. But the people who are verified get priority. If you're not, you can still use the platform, but you won't be getting priority. So your bot farm of 10,000 people, it won't be worth anything. If you want it to be worth something, you're going to have to pay us. Just hypothetically, if this was the math, you had 10,000 bots, $20 a month, you have to be paying us $200,000 a month to do your bot farm. At that point, Elon might let you do the bot farm. I don't know. But that's what Tim's talking about.
Then maybe we're going to see way more verified profiles, and they're probably going to have a rule for verification, like you have to use a real picture and you have to use your real name and you can be verified. If you want to be anonymous.
That's the point I want to correct from Tim. I'm going to bring it back one more time here, but I'm going to play a clip from Elon in June of this year, June 16, 2022, where he said you don't have to be, you can be anonymous. So let me replay this here.
If you want to be anonymous, you're not going to get a verification. I don't see any other reason they would. I don't see any other way they could really implement this. But the thing is, many of these woke Twitterati journalists, it's their whole world that they're verified on Twitter. I'm
how it works with the service. Yeah. I don't think anonymity is sort of core to how it works with the service.
I don't think it's necessary for someone to use their real name. So if one, say, does a payments-based authentication, I think it should be okay to not use your real name on Twitter. So Twitter would know who you are, at least from a payment standpoint, but you would not have to state your real name or anything. That's obviously important. Where if someone has different political views from their manager, let's say, then they don't really want to get crosswise there, and so that it'd be better for them to have a pseudonym on Twitter. but it can still be back-end authenticated. And like I said, at no point would I suggest that you have to be authenticated in order to use Twitter. It's just that it would just be a prioritizing of authenticated comments and actions on Twitter over unauthenticated in order to combat the sort of bots and trolls. And essentially, it needs to be much more expensive to have a troll army. Whereas right now, it's basically very inexpensive to have 100,000 fake Twitter accounts.
So that's the clarification in Elon's words as of June. Who knows if he still believes that now? Tim is way more knowledgeable than me. Maybe he's already thought ahead and said, well, these type of issues might arise. But that's all the more the reason that Joe, Elon, and Tim should sit down. I'm going to end you with a clip that I played here about that conversation that I want to have happen. If they want to do it on Timcast, I'm good with that. Luke being there would be great, but it's just nostalgia, thinking about the good old times we had. Remember the good old times we had with Vijaya Gadde, the way that she kind of destroyed free speech in our country? Let's reminisce with that and recreate it, actually, and make it a happier moment. Let me know what you think.
Wow.
Out.
I want to sit down with Joe and Elon
Out.
and talk about all of this stuff. And because
Vijaya is trending.
Vijaya is trending. I really would love to talk to Elon, but come on, I've tweeted at him several times. It is what it is. You get him on the show, you get him on the show if he's the richest guy in the world. So good luck with that, I suppose.
Or just privately trying to reach out, being like, hey, maybe we could try to help you somehow.
I would prefer it to be public, Luke, actually. I want to recreate the epic sit-down between Joe Rogan, Vijaya Gadde, who is now fired, Jack Dorsey, and Tim Pool. But this time, it will just be Joe, Elon, and Tim. Help me get this trending. There's nobody who could have done a better job than Tim Pool in that sit-down. This sit-down would be even better because we would be looking towards an optimistic future on Twitter and social media. Let me know what you think.